Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. Today we're in for a real treat, so I want to first say I'm your host, Aries, also known as Rita, and then Rita, also known as Aries, and Aaron. And I also want to say we have a special today, thanks to Johnny Stix.
This is the Indian Tabac Cigar Company's Cameroon legend.
Which this company is no longer making these cigars.
Rocky Patel has pulled Indian Tabac off the market as of February 2015. You can still get some Indian Tabac cigars, particularly the Maduros on CI, I believe still has them. But almost everywhere you go, the Cameroon legend is sold out or back ordered. We did find a few samplers that have these in them still. This probably wouldn't have been such a big deal a year or two ago. But now that it's gone, it kind of is sort of a big deal because this is probably something that won't show up again. Unless, like, 30 years from now, Rocky Patel has a blast from the past. We've gone back and re-released the Indian Tabac, you know, what started us, whatever.
Is this actually what made it jump to stardom? Was this brand?
I believe that's true. I did not do the research on that, though, so do not quote me on that yet. First things of note here is this is a Cameroon wrapper, which is known for its spicy and sweet flavors. It is filled with Dominican Corojo, which is usually used as a wrapper, but here it's a filler, with Brazilian Mata Fina. Now, the Dominican Corojo usually has a spicy flavor, while the Mata Fina has a creamy, sweet, and fragrant flavor with chocolate and woodsy notes. So I expect this to be kind of spicy, sweet, chocolatey.
I'll have to just
And that's just from the tobaccos in it. I looked up nothing on the flavors of this. This is just the flavors known to be existent in these tobaccos.
I'm going to have to say I'm going to have to look carefully when and if I get around to the Nub Cameroon to review because, you know.
So, this has a kind of cocoa-y scent, along with some earth and some mild sweetness. So far, seems like a very nice stick. It's you can see that it's kind of aging too, which I kind of like. You can see the grade in it along the edges. This is a beautiful looking cigar right now.
I have to agree. This is a beautiful cigar. The smell is like Aaron said. He's got it spot on. I mean, I'm picking up dark, cocoa, whether it be dark or light cocoa or even white chocolate. I am picking up a sweetness and I'm picking up earth. So, in my opinion, it's going to be very good to try it and see what happens.
So let's fire this up. I believe that this is a Super Toro 6x58. It's kind of harder to tell given that since nobody really sells it anymore, the various vitolas aren't as easy to come across. But there are a few places who still have them on their websites as back ordered or out of stock. And the first thing that hits me off this is a bit of spice. Just a little bit.
What do you think? Tried a single burner like you for once.
Looks good.
Well, you got to remember the twin burner barbecues the end.
Yes.
I always got to fix. So I tried your way of doing it. So.
And I kind of have a bit of a cold today, but it's mostly just exhaustion. I have not been sleeping well, so it should not affect my ability to smoke a cigar and enjoy it, unless I fall asleep during it.
I'll wake you up with the pot.
But hopefully this
with a giant pot on his head, and I'll be on camera.
hopefully this will be interesting enough that I won't fall asleep so that she doesn't do that. It'd be embarrassing to her and annoying to me.
Yeah, it'd just be annoying to me because, you know, you tell me I don't have a sense of humor. I just threw that in there for poops and giggles. But shall we get down to business?
Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm picking up mostly kind of a mellow spice. Kind of like a ground allspice mixed in with maybe a little bit of wood, probably cedar.
I'm picking up little hints of cedar, but I'm picking up actual hints of cinnamon in this.
Yes, I could agree with that. I could definitely agree with that. Allspice and cinnamon. It's coming close to being a pumpkin
And
pie.
I
Just
do
add some
want to
mason
say
there.
one other flavor if you didn't pick it up. I'm picking up the sweetness of molasses in this.
And I had two little spots that didn't want to ignite when I was firing this up. So we're firing this up right at 12:35. Hey, didn't we do that yesterday? I think with one of ours. It was right at 35. I can't remember which one. So
anyways, thank you again, Johnny Stix.
oh yeah, this is definitely a treat. I had no idea these were gone off the market either. I keep seeing them in the catalogs all the time, and so just took it for granted that they were probably going to be around. Well, we'll get back to you on the final third, or not the final third, the halfway point, and we'll let you know what's going on by then. So we'll see you in a second.
Just so you know, he's still got a UTI, so he's having brain farts
yeah.
today. So,
Gotta go back to the doctor for that too. If you do that, it'll just shift back over here. Now you're not really in it.
Welcome back to another part 2 of this.
We're having technical difficulties with the camera. It does not want to stay put. All right, I think that's better. Anyways, we're halfway on this Indian Tabac Cigar Company's Cameroon Legend. And it's a very mild cigar, in my opinion, so far. For some reason, a while ago, I thought that these were infused cigars, but I noticed nothing infused about it. The flavors are kind of a leathery cocoa and maybe some slight spice. I thought this was going to be a little spicier than it is, and it's a nice cigar though.
I'm picking up ginger, and I'm picking up cinnamon, and I'm also picking up cinnamon.
Yeah, it is kind of spicy, I guess. I'll agree with her on the ginger and some light cinnamon, possibly some allspice in here. But the main thing, this is just a spicy cigar, and not to be confused with pepper spice, where it kind of burns you out. This is very mild, very. So, just because somebody says spicy doesn't mean that it's hot spicy. That's one of those things that I kind of have a issue with, because I like spicy food, but when I say spicy, I mean hot spicy, where some people just don't like spicy as like Italian spicy, which doesn't actually have any pepper in it. It's oregano, marjoram, thyme, so there are various different forms of spice, and this is kind of more along the pumpkin pie spices. Still burning very evenly, bucket loads of smoke, good production. We're almost an hour into this smoke. We started at 12:35, and it's 50 minutes into the halfway point, so this is going to be at least an hour and a half.
It was an hour and 5 when we checked, Aaron. But whatever you floats your boat.
I remember at the very beginning of this video, I said it's 12:35. Didn't we start at 35 yesterday? I remember me quoting that. And I think it was a Blood Red Moon that we started at 35 after. So I know it was at 35 after. And we're at 127, so... Anyways, I'm thoroughly enjoying this so far. I suppose if you got nothing further to say, we'll get into the final third here, and we'll be back in just a second.
Welcome back to part 3 of this review of the
Indian Tabac Cameroon Legend. This is still a very nice, spicy, smooth, and mellow cigar. It's fairly mild. It hasn't picked up too much in body. The thing that I like about this is that I think it really does do a good job of showcasing the Cameroon wrapper and bringing out the natural spices that has. This is closer, if any of the spices, to like nutmeg, allspice, kind of your pumpkin pie based spices, and it's a very tasty little number. I would definitely buy these. Unfortunately, they're gone. I'm really enjoying this. So if you do happen to find one somewhere, grab it. Grab it fast, because you're not going to be able to get these until they do a re-release, if they ever do a re-release. And Rocky Patel does like to come out with blends like every 2 weeks, it seems. So a good chance that they'll come out again as something different. But I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
my turn.
Hmm?
Okay, so in my opinion, I agree with Aaron. I don't taste the allspice. I still pick up ginger and
I forgot that.
And other things, ginger and cinnamon, and the stuff I said in the second part, I also agree. But I'm also picking up a light hint of, I would say, white pepper on the tongue. But in my opinion, this cigar is very, very smooth, like Aaron said. This has got a smooth, clean aftertaste. And it's very smooth and
finish.
mellow, and a long finish, too. I'm still tasting it. So it's something like that you can sit there and truly enjoy because of the flavor of it completely and thoroughly of that cigar.
I mean, we're an hour and 40 minutes in right now. I got at least another 15 to 20 minutes on this. It's going to be a 2-hour smoke for me. I think probably about the same for Rita. So
Or even pretty much. So, in my opinion, if you find it somewhere in a brick and mortar, pick it up. If you find some online, pick them up because they're not made anymore, and it's just a really decent cigar.
yes, very much so.
And talking to Johnny Stix by email, I agreed with him on his statement, but since I have not tried any of the smaller versions of these cigars, I'm going to say that this cigar is an exemption from the large Stix. Isn't more flavorful. This thing is just a flavor bomb completely through and through.
Very complex, lots of flavor. Lots of things for you to sit there and try to identify if you want to take all the time to identify it and not enjoy it. And part of our smoking, we try to enjoy it too. So, we don't sit there and dwell so much on the flavors. It's just, what do we kind of notice anyways?
Exactly, and as I just said, it's a complete complex flavor bomb. And it's just one amazing cigar. I mean,
it is kind of dry. The flavors are very drying, is what I mean. It kind of leaves your mouth, wanting fluid, but...
Well, I got fluid.
Yes. But that's the only drawback I could see to this cigar. It's had a perfect burn.
I've had a couple light fixes, but nothing major. But as you can see, it's pretty much even.
Bucket loads of smoke, no construction issues, no loosening or cracking of wrapper.
I have one little wrapper piece cracked, but as you can see now, the thing is complete. It's right there at the end, and it's lightly cracked. But I figure it's just gonna burn up. So what the hell,
Yep. So there you have it from us.
Please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion.
And
Thank you. May God bless you in everything you do, and enjoy every
puff.
puff.